Well, I'm in a condo, a little kitchen area, and I've got a dishwasher here that's leaking, and I want to show you a couple things about troubleshooting a dishwasher. What the heck? Got water all over this floor, and I think it's coming from a leaky dishwasher. I've got to check that out, and I want to show you how you can check your dishwasher too. Sometimes it may not be as hard as you think to find a leak. Now, did you know you might have a dishwasher that's not even leaking, all because it's been loaded improperly? What do I mean by that? Well, let me show you. I don't have anything in here. And I'm going to grab a plate. This is kind of a small dishwasher, but here's a rack here. Now, I might be able to think I can put a big dish right there. Okay, a plate. And I can kind of feel it hit a little bit if it's loaded improperly. Okay, say it's right there, and I can still push the door closed, but it's binding on the door. If I can push the door closed, you might think, okay, fine, I've got everything loaded, it's not going to leak. But you may be able to push the door closed, but you might not have the seal tight all the way along the edge of the door. And so if that happens, you turn on the dishwasher, you might see bubbles and water coming out of the bottom right-hand corner or the bottom left-hand corner. And that's because your seal's not tight, because your dishwasher's been loaded improperly and you've got a slight bind in the front area. So sometimes it might be as easy as that. So check that out first before you call an appliance company. You don't want to call an appliance company and pay a $95 or $125 inspection and then find out that, oh, silly me, it's because I loaded the dishwasher improperly. So that could be your problem. As simple as that. Now, it might not be that easy, but that's one thing you can check next time you think your dishwasher's leaking. Here's something else that you can check if your dishwasher's leaking. Now, sometimes on the edge of your cabinet, this cabinet here has been finished on the outside. It's also finished on the inside. It's got some Formica on the inside edge so that it's white. Okay? And they've got some on the left-hand side too. Well, sometimes, now not all cabinets are built this way, but if you've got Formica on the inside of your cabinet, you might want to check that out too. Let's put this back in here. Because if this lifts out, see this here? See that edge? It's loose. And what happens, you get that hot steam in there, you're going to get that hot air in there, and that's going to lift further and further. And pretty soon, that Formica edge is going to start peeling back and start lifting over a little bit. So when you close this door, the edge of the door may just barely hit that Formica edge. It looks like it's already started to crack up here at the top. If that lifts over further, you're going to get the door. I'm going to just push the door over kind of to the right a little bit. And see, now the edge of the door is hitting the edge of that Formica. Because I'm just pushing the door over. This is for an example only, okay? Now I'm over that far, and if I push on here, I can still snap it closed. It's snapped closed, and I can turn that on and this will run. But you've lost your seal on the side of the door again, and it could be that simple to find that out. If that's off like that, what do you do with that? How would you fix that? I mean, you could glue it and clamp it and stuff like that, but eventually the glue is probably going to come back out. What you could also do is you could score this with a sheetrock knife. Score it and score it and score it. You've got to be careful because Formica has a tendency to break and snap off in bits. So use some goggles too and put some gloves on because you don't want to miss Then you can score this, so you can actually peel this little bit of formica off of here. You could go down, you know, to wherever it's tight, or you can cut this whole edge off if you want. Okay, that's another way that sometimes your door starts leaking and you think it's something major, and you know, I want you to be able to know what types of things you can check yourself before you call an appliance company, because you know what? Maybe you can fix it yourself. On most cases, however, you're going to need to take this bottom panel off and run this dishwasher through a cycle and look under there with a flashlight and see if you see any dripping water anywhere.